What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? I mean, the viewers of my video, and that's where I'm going to lead to. But yes, I am back making a video, and I haven't been blogging in a while, but I've been making YouTube videos, which I am like really excited about. So yes, I am not wearing my hat, but however, I'm wearing my sunglasses, and yes, I'm getting my pointy mohawk. So yeah, that's what I'm up to now. So yes, just to get to my video, I am here to talk about and preview the Money in the Bank, and let me just be the first to say, SmackDown was awesome. Built it up some matches, most of the matches in the main event, and that's where it got to, and the last week was a perfect build for the Money in the Bank, which the SmackDown World Heavyweight Money in the Bank proved that the match was not just there, they actually put some build into it though. So I'm gonna post this video on my blog, and with my other preview, so that's just where I'm planning to do. So yep, as far as it goes, that's what I'm planning to do. So here goes nothing. So the match I really want to talk about and I'm ecstatic about is, well, the Money in the Bank kickoff. Just the first to talk about. Shield's winning this one. But I'm thinking the match is going to be good, but the Shield, I think they're going to take this one. Don't talk too negative on the Usos. Usos are great in-ring competitors. They just need better pushes, and that's just what I'm going to say for that. That's what I'm going to say when it comes to that, and basically that's just what I think should happen, so that's what I'm hoping for. Yep, so the Shield's going to win, but I think it's going to be a great match. That's what I'm saying. Next match, John Cena versus Mark Henry. Mark Henry does have a huge chance of winning this one, especially with the momentum he had with his match against John Cena. Just one thing I wish is Mark Henry would fight Dolph Ziggler, but it's unfortunate that didn't happen. So hopefully if they both lose, Dolph Ziggler and Mark Henry start feuding. That's what I'm thinking may go, or Big E, Mark Henry. That's what I'm thinking may happen. So can't wait to see where it goes from there. Yeah, so Mark Henry I think has a chance, but unfortunately Cena's going to pull off the win. Cena's still going to win based on how he's been getting feared and destroyed, but I'm thinking then the next Monday night he's going to say he overcame the odds of fighting the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, overcoming his fears. So I guess that's where the story goes. So that's what I'm thinking. It seems like it will happen. So that's all I got to say to that. Next match, Alberto Del Rio against Dolph Ziggler. I gotta say, Alberto Del Rio, I think Dolph Ziggler needs to win this one, especially after losing the title. He needs the momentum after having that concussion, getting the title dropped to Del Rio. This would be a perfect chance for Ziggler to win this one and continue to go on this run as this new face turn. The only way I think it should lose if AJ surprisingly or inadvertently, but really intentionally cost the match. That's what I'm thinking they should go with this. I think this would make a whole lot of sense for the most part, but other than that, Ziggler needs to win. But yeah, that's what I'm hoping may happen. AJ Lee cost her the match just for some random occasion. So that's what I'm thinking should happen. So next match I want to talk about is Chris Jericho versus Ryback or River. Ryback needs to win this one, especially you could say, he injured his knee, faked it. Well, I don't know if he faked it or whatnot against The Miz, but he still managed to win and beat The Miz. That's what I think happened at that. But for the most part, Chris Jericho, I think, needs to nail a win right from there. So, I mean, no, Ryback needs to get a win. I mean, this Cryback thing, I mean, he needs to prove that he's not Cryback. So, that's what I think happened. But Ryback, I want to see him feud with Sheamus. Sheamus and Ryback, I think this is the part where they could play off each other very well. So, yeah. So just hopefully hopefully the feud with Jericho Ryback ends after this, no matter who wins. But Ryback, I think, needs to win this one for the most part. Next match, Curtis Axel versus Mr. Miz. I think Curtis Axel needs to win this one. I hate to see him on a losing streak. I don't know why he lost to Chris Jericho, where there was no build for that. Honestly, I think Axel should have won this one for the most part. So he needed that win. I think that was like really stupid to. For the most part, I just really think Chris Axel should have beat Chris Jericho to build, and then the Miz to beat Ryback, or at least Ryback wins, and then they have some even build up between them two. So that's why I think they go at that. So, yep, that's what I'm gonna say for the most part. I wish they had a tag team match of Ryback and Axel versus Jericho and Miz, and that's to say the least. Next match. So for the most part, Axel does need this win to continue his title run, but I see that happening. Next match, AJ Lee versus Caitlyn. AJ Lee needs to win this one, but for the surprising part, we had a Contract Divas signing match. And man, it did tear a lot of stuff up. I was really impressed to see that big of a contract signing build up. I didn't expect something like this to happen, especially a contract signing. But for Caitlyn to stand up to AJ like she did and put AJ in her place, and for AJ to go under skin a little bit, but for Caitlyn to get back under AJ's skin, but unfortunately put AJ in her place, really worked wonders there. So it's a huge surprising build up. Caitlyn kind of proved that she's not just there for the match and to be Divas champion, but she's also there to prove that she's not getting pushed around by AJ. So I guess that's where the cookie crumbled, which was great. So Caitlyn, I think, needs to win right there. So I think that's where it goes. So hopefully that does happen. But for the most part, AJ Lee needs a win. Alright, next match. Wade Barrett, Cody Rhodes, Sandow, Dean Ambrose, Fandango, Jack Swagger, Antonio Cesaro. Fandango. Oh! Well, anyway, so for the most part, I think the odds of whoever's gonna win, Fandango surprisingly wins. I'll be blown away by that, but I think he's gonna be distributing some high flying moves with Cody Rhodes as well, who will also be distributing high flying moves, even though they're not a team. It's mostly Sandow and Rhodes, but for the most part, I see Dean Ambrose winning the Money in the Bank. I think this seems like he's gonna have the chance to rise right there. So this would be actually quite interesting for the most part. So let's see. Yep, Dean Ambrose or Wade Barrett. I think he's gonna win. I think it's time for Wade Barrett to get the main event push. It's just after Nexus, he kind of like fell flat. He fell flat a little bit, but you know, for the most part, I think Wade Barrett needs that main event push, so that's where I think they need to go from there. So it's time for Wade Barrett to step into the main event scene. That's just to say the least. And the next match, the WWE Money in the Bank, Punk, Bryan, Orton, Sheamus, Christian, and RVD. Oh yeah, Kane is not missing, but I've been hearing it's gonna be 6 people. I think Rob Van Dam, may make a huge surprising Money in the Bank win. If he does, that would really make wonders. So, but they say, there may be a replacement going on. So, I'm thinking Big Show may come back and get the Money in the Bank. But yeah, I think he should. I mean, if Daniel Bryan becomes a WWE champion or world champion, I think he could get back at him and give Daniel Bryan the shortest title reign, and then I think that's where the story goes. So, because Big Show did lose his title 45 seconds to Daniel Bryan, but unfortunately that story got erased because now they just remember Daniel Bryan losing his world title at WrestleMania 18 seconds. So that's kind of where it really goes from there for the most part. So that was funny, but it kind of a mirror to TNA. Sorry to go off topic. Kurt Angle lost to James Storm in 30 seconds, so that was funny. Yep, that's where it goes from there. And for the main event, so that's just where to go. So I think this pay-per-view will be awesome. So I will be tuning in now. So I will be tuning into Money in the Bank on Sunday, and J-Dub's Sideshow is tomorrow. I know the people who view already are subscribed to J-Dub, so I don't know whatnot, but I'm watching his pre-side show tomorrow. I cannot wait. And on top of that, Money in the Bank, I will order that pay-per-view because I think this is going to rock the house, especially in Philadelphia. RVD, I think, has a chance of winning, or Christian. Randy Orton, I think, should win the Money in the Bank, but mostly RVD, I think, has a chance. So even though Daniel Bryan has momentum, it's kind of hard to choose. So I think it's either of those guys that's going to pull this one. But if they're gonna have a replacement, get Big Show back, I think Big Show will make a huge surprise, just as much as RVD's surprising appearance. So that's where it goes from there. So anyway, Rendog Extreme, and catch you guys later. Peace.